well, tossing tomatoes can sure work up an appetite, and that's what folks are going to be doing this weekend at the La Tomatina Harvest Festival. So we got Chef Scotty from Chili Company to come on in, and he's going to be helping everyone refuel, get their energy back up, and he brought his farm fresh paella, and he's going to help us make it at home. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me, Renee.
Yeah, it's really cool that everything that you cook is farm fresh, locally grown, and it's a totally green product.
Yep, that's how we roll. That's how we do things with this. And so a lot of these ingredients actually are going to be grown on the farms locally in northern San Diego.
Yeah, so you're in San Marcos, so a lot of the local farmers, you get their great ingredients. And today, paella. I know it's you called it the poor man's food because it's kind of everything tossed together.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do we have in there today?
Well, much like bouillabaisse, would be to the Frenchmen, to the Spanish, paella is traditional to Valencia nature, and so you can just kind of put any fresh seafood. This seafood comes from Catalina offshore, where Tommy Gomez can help you out there pulling out fresh Oregon pink shrimp.
Man, that looks good.
Yeah, and it's a pretty simple dish. Anyone that's made rice pilaf, it's just a version of rice pilaf with saffron being an ingredient and a couple other, fresh seafood. Now, Valencia would have snails, but snails are not, they're not very popular with people out here, so we'll pass.
Okay, so we'll get it all started, and you want me to chop up some onions.
Chop up some onions, please.
Got it.
So, pretty simple, much like you would make rice pilaf in your home. Just want to get some olive oil going in here. Always heat your pan first without any oil, then add your oil. A little tip. Then we're going to add some garlic. And we're not using measurements here because it's just flavor. It's just rice. You want to infuse flavor into this rice. Saffron, which don't confuse with safflower threads. It's a cheap version that sometimes you'll find in bags.
Really?
You're never going to find true saffron in anything less than this beautiful little tin. It'll be in a fancy little tin like this.
Where would you find that?
Well, you have to go to a boutique store, or you can go online. The cheapest ones online are just generally the paella, like paella.com.
So you haven't found any specialty stores here in the county we can get them?
You can get this at Whole Foods. You can get this at any of the boutiques, Market, downtown Little Italy.
Okay, cool.
But just make sure you look for something similar to this because there's a lot of knockoffs. It's not going to be cheap. But what it is the pistil flour from the safflower. And so you just throw your threads in here in liquid. You can soak them, pre-soak them in a little bit of liquid ahead of time. I like to put mine in with my oil. And then we're going to add our liquid and these beautiful onions.
Oh, thank you so much. You don't
that
say.
You have just, Renee's chopped up for us. So we might want to throw a little more onion in that. Like I said, we got flavor going on here. So we got the safflower, the garlic, the onion in here. We're going to add some white wine.
Ooh. And that gives it a little bit, I wouldn't say it's a sweet flavor, but that definitely adds some great flavor.
Some crispness, some acidity. And you'll see that the safflower, or the saffron is now staining the liquid here. Now you're going to add your rice.
You said we're not measuring, but about how much rice would you add?
About yay amount.
Oh, yay. Yay amount. That'll be on our website.
If you're cooking for a couple people, about 2 cups, and it's 2.5 times liquid.
All
right. I mean, paella is not extremely difficult. So now we're going to add, we're going to kick the flame up onto high.
Kick it up, my friend. Kick it up.
Right.
You got peas over there.
We got peas.
Let's toss those bad boys
We're
in.
going to add some greenage in here, keeping with the farm theme.
And
we got some
really
fresh green
healthy,
beans.
Scotty.
Yeah. It's a very healthy, very easy dish to make at home, and it can hang out for a while. In my version here, we're going to add some chorizo. Ooh. So, Renee, if you want to come over and just kind of whip that up, separate that out.
You got it.
I'm going to move this around. We're going to add some of these delicious shrimp and mussels.
Hey, you add away, but I got to tell you, I'm starving, so I'm going to just take a little bite here, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
And
now we're going to add stock.
Scotty, thank you so much. That is so amazing. We are out of time. So you're going to be at the La Tomatina Harvest Festival, as she says with rice in her mouth, this Saturday from noon to 5 at the Tierra Miguel Farm in Valley Center, and a wonderful, beautiful dish. Have a great time out there, and thank you so much for coming by.